Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are on a fantastic day, wherever you are around the world. Hopefully, everyone's on a fantastic Wednesday. And as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, it is now officially confirmed. Richard Hughes is the brand new sporting director for Liverpool. Of course, he does come onto the team alongside Michael Edwards, but he is now officially the Liverpool sporting director. Again, we all knew it was going to happen, but we just didn't know when it was going to be announced. Of course, there was rumors last night that he could very well be announced today, and about, what was it, 2-3 hours ago, it did get announced that he is the brand new sporting director for Liverpool. We will have a look at the club statement as well and get your guys' thoughts and opinions as well, and other bits and pieces that have flown out as well concerning Richard Hughes and obviously him becoming the next sporting director. Which, again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new around here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and all that good stuff as well. Even Jordan, hopefully doing well, mate. Saying big up as well. Hopefully you're well, Jordan, as well. If anyone else is in as well, let us know. But yeah, it's big news. It's now Liverpool can now focus on something else for next season, of course, but we will get into it in a little bit because there is a bit of news in that sense of things. But we will dive straight into the club statement from Liverpool. As you can see by here, Richard Hughes appointed Liverpool's new sporting director. Apologies if any pop-ups do appear anyway. As you can see by here, Liverpool can confirm the appointment of Richard Hughes as the club's new sporting director, a post he will take up at the end of the 23-24 season. The 44-year-old will join the Reds after leaving his role as technical director at AFC Bournemouth, where he enjoyed a decade of success stewardship at the South Coast Club football operations. Hughes will take charge, will officially take charge of responsibilities at the AXA Training Centre on June the 1st in advance of the 24-25 campaign, having been appointed by Michael Edwards, who was recently named Fenway Sports Group's CEO of football. The pair had previously worked together during Hughes's playing career against Portsmouth, at Portsmouth, sorry. In a total, the former Scotland international made more than 300 career appearances, operating primarily as a midfielder for Portsmouth and Bournemouth. Commenting on his new position with Liverpool, Hughes said, "I'm incredibly proud to be offered this opportunity. Liverpool FC is a unique club, and I'm grateful to be given a chance to serve it in this capacity." People rightfully talk about the rich history and the organization can boost, but in the present and the future, which really excites me, Jurgen Klopp is leading an outstanding team and squad. Alongside that, commitment to young players and their pathway to the first team is also outstanding. I'm fully aware of the expectations and responsibilities that come to take this position. It will be my job working with Michael, obviously Michael Edwards, leading the football operations team already in place, plus the wider staff of the AXA Training Centre to make good decisions. That's really what the job entails. You can make the kind of decisions which enhance the prospect of having a team that wins and excites the supporters. It is what Liverpool have done well for a very long time, and the benefits are there for everyone to see. Now, again, good news. The fact that, again, he is now officially appointed the Liverpool sporting director. Obviously, Michael Edwards as well. They both will be working together very closely on the targets for the future. Of course, this is what Michael Edwards had to say as well regarding, of course, Richard Hughes joining the football club as well, saying it's clear to everyone that Jurgen will leave a legacy to build upon. In Richard, we have the right person to make the key decisions, to offer the leadership to take us forward into a bright future. And of course, I think Michael Edwards did go on to say that they've known and worked with each other for more than 30 years now. So again, it's when we look at it like that, Liverpool are pretty good for the future. Liverpool are not going to be worried after Jurgen, which I think a lot of us was, and I think rightfully so. Obviously, Jurgen taking more responsibility at the football club and then leaving wasn't the best in that sense neither. But the fact now that, again, everything is sorted behind the scenes, more or less, of course, Liverpool are still trying to add a few more pieces to the puzzle behind the scenes, of course, in regards to mainly, of course, the wider aspect of Liverpool in terms of, again, the second club that Liverpool are looking to pursue, or FSG are looking to pursue anyway. But overall, let me know your guys' thoughts on Richard Hughes coming in. I think it's a pretty good appointment in that sense as well. We'll take a look at why it's probably a good look as well. And yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. But Chris is in saying Edwards and Hughes in just need the manager in, whoever that is in Southgate. Yeah, absolutely. We don't want Southgate in any capacity. Again, hell no, in that sense anyway. But Phil's in as well, hopefully doing well, mate, saying now we've appointed the sporting director, we can concentrate on getting the new manager to take over from Klopp. 100% agree with you on that as well. Evening Cal as well, hopefully doing well. But yeah, that is the aim now, and just diving straight into it again, looking at this piece by here from Paul Joyce on why potentially, of course, Will Hughes is the correct decision for Liverpool. As Paul Joyce said, but there, Hughes targeted Andy Robertson at Hull, Fulham's Harvey Elliott, and pushed Liverpool for Charlton Athletic's Joe Gomez during his time on the South Coast. He also identified Virgil van Dijk whilst he was at Celtic, and Roma's Alisson. Liverpool's pulling and spending power stopped him from pursuing these deals. So, when you look at that, Will Hughes has actually gone for, what Liverpool wanted in that sense. So again, when we talk about data analysis, when we talk about data driven, very much Liverpool's success was down to that. And we know that Jurgen was given, more time, not given more time, given more power, I should say, to make more decisions for himself. I think when you look at it, I think, Luis Diaz was a bit data driven, but more or less it was Jurgen Klopp's decision on him signing him. Obviously, Darwin Núñez was a full-on Jurgen Klopp signing, and Cody Gakpo was also a Jurgen Klopp signing in that sense as well. And not just them. Obviously, York Schmachter obviously came in, and obviously Alexis McAllister. That was data driven plus Jurgen Klopp's approval. And you look at somebody like Wataru Endo as well, that was more so a Jurgen Klopp signing compared to, data-driven, where Liverpool have got a Gini Wijnaldum, for example, got Joe Gomez and Young, identified Virgil van Dijk as being the guy that could take Liverpool's defence to an elite level. And when you've got those types of people in the door, as Paul Joyce has elaborated on this as well, saying although Hughes and Edwards do not start their new post until June, Liverpool have already begun extensive background checks on their targets for the summer. Hughes will be entrusted to zone in on preferred candidates as well. So again, when we talk about potential targets for the summer, it looks like Liverpool already have theirs in mind, even with potentially not even a manager down at the moment as well. So it does very well feel like Liverpool will look at the players and have a list, like we know they do. They probably have a list of like 10 or 12 players that Liverpool could go for. And of course, as the summer goes on, they do narrow it down to the final few players. But in this certain aspect as well, we don't know who the new manager is going to be. So it's a little bit intriguing to see what Hughes and Edwards are planning to do in that sense as well. But as Chris Bascom's also reported as well, that Liverpool's hunt for Jurgen Klopp's successor will escalate following confirmation of Richard Hughes' appointment as sporting director. It was followed up a bit more as well from the Anfield sector, saying Liverpool will now escalate their hunt for a new manager and has already carried out extensive background checks on their prime targets. Hughes will be interested to zone in on the preferred candidate, which of course we all know and hope that it is Xavi Alonso. There are some reports that did come out a bit, a bit after the news of Richard Hughes' confirmation that Liverpool have spoken to Bayern Leverkusen to have a look at a potential deal and to find out whether or not Xavi Alonso would be willing to leave Leverkusen for Liverpool. Of course, the journals in Germany are already reporting that there's talks between Xavi Alonso and Bayern Munich. Of course, Liverpool want to be respectful. Leverkusen have a tournament, they have, the Europa League to contest with. Of course, Liverpool have that as well. But the Bundesliga, more importantly, for Leverkusen, of course, Bayern Munich are going to do everything to derail the ship there at Borussia Dortmund. Liverpool, I think, fully want to respect Leverkusen's wishes and obviously their hopes for the title. In that sense, of course, we've got a title to win as well ourselves under Jurgen. So, of course, everyone wants to be respectful, but it's now more or less that Liverpool have to have to push and have to accelerate things, because if it isn't going to be Alonso, again, you potentially have the option there to miss out as well on other targets. Obviously, Ruben Amorim is another one that we know Liverpool very much are interested in. So it's very much the sense that Liverpool are going to get a move on in terms of their new search now for a new manager, and that is what they need to do. We said it yesterday, didn't we, chat, that Liverpool needed to sort out the sporting director position, and of course now move on to the new manager. And you'd hope that, of course, we know it won't be an official, it won't be an official confirmation straight away, but you'd think that we'd have an inkling on who would be the new manager at the football club in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully that will be sooner rather than later. Again, I don't like it in that sense because, again, even me saying a new manager, it doesn't quite go well because, of course, we're going to say goodbye to Jurgen Klopp, and doing that isn't nice. It's really not nice. It's not nice to be saying it, but again, Liverpool are going to have to do it unless we can convince Jurgen to stay somehow in some magical way. But of course, that's not going to happen, as Jurgen's already said about the whole thing with Michael Edwards and so on as well. But Chris saying still strange saying a new manager. Yeah, it is. It's strange saying it. It's strange thinking about it as well. Like I said at the start of the season, with Jurgen Klopp, it very much felt like the new signings re-energized him, and he was ready to go again, for the next 2-3 years. And I said it when he made the announcement of him leaving Liverpool. I like the video that when I clicked on it, I was like, oh, he's signing a new contract. There was talks about it, but him going, it still hasn't kicked in properly yet that Jurgen Klopp will be going at the end of the season. It will slowly kick in, when it's more closer to the time. I believe it's 60 days from the last game at Anfield. I think it is, which, yeah, I'm not ready for that. Really not ready for that. Emotionally, I'm not ready for it. But again, we could end the season with a league trophy. We could end it with the Europa League, as well as the Carabao Cup, or we could just only get a Carabao Cup. But look, to send Jurgen off in the best way possible would be the dream. And it would be the dream if we could win the Premier League and win the Europa League, send him off with 3 trophies in a season. Again, that would be an amazing, amazing season. And yeah, then it would be the party then at the end of the season to say goodbye. But until then, of course, Liverpool have business to take care of at the end of the season as well. But will be strange seeing a new manager. Alonso and Amorim can only see it being one of them. Yeah, I agree. I think the reports have suggested that it is pretty much between them two. De Zerbi's name is still around and lurking, but I think it is more or less Alonso and Amorim. I think Alonso is the number one for Liverpool, even with Michael Edwards coming back, and obviously Richard Hughes now coming in as well as sporting director. it seems to be that they are the two that are the leading runners and the leading candidates, and rightfully so. Because again, if Alonso can come in and with a Bundesliga medal around his waist, or around his neck, I should say, again, that would be a good inkling in that sense of him coming in at Liverpool. Even Amram as well. Obviously, I think Sporting the top of the Portuguese league as well. So again, he does have a good record in that sense coming in. But I agree, I can't see anyone else. No, I would agree, Phil, with it as well. I'm not ready for his final game, an Anfield final game. I'm going to be crying. Yeah, I've thought about it. Like, the thing is that the final game at Anfield will be emotional. If we get into the Europa League final, though, of course, that will be his official last Liverpool game. Which, yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be horrendous. But give it a few years, and I'd like Jurgen to take over. Like, obviously, Jurgen spoke about retiring and so on. Obviously, his latest comments, I don't think he's going to fully retire. I think, of course, he's going to have a year off or more than a year off and see where he goes past that. But I think the overall feeling is that Jurgen will be back in some capacity, won't be back in England, but I'd like to see him manage like a Liverpool Legends team in the future, and obviously, him come back. So he may not do that, but again, it's not. Yeah, I was saying this to someone up in Liverpool last week. We won't realize that he's gone and won't feel that he's gone until he's in another job or we see him associated with another football club. That's when he'll fully hit that, yeah, Jurgen Klopp's gone in that sense. Of course, it will hit when he does leave and obviously the end of the season, but it's the realization of the end of it then in that sense as well anyway. But look, at the end of the day, we've got a few more months of Jurgen, and hopefully we do end the season in a very good shape as well. Of course, behind the scenes now, it is looking very, very good as well. Michael Edwards is back. Richard Hughes has been appointed as sporting director, which again is very, very good in that sense as well. And now it is the hunt for the new manager. Hopefully Liverpool do try and get Alonso. He would be my number one target to get, and yeah, hopefully we will see hopefully some news on that in the next couple of weeks as well. It won't be anything imminent, I would say, unless we get a real shocker over the international break. But I do think that we will see a few reports in the next couple of weeks suggesting that again, this has happened or this person's out the race or whatever. So again, we'll just have to wait and see in that sense anyway. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below if you're watching on the repeat as well. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. There will be a Luis Diaz video tomorrow. Obviously, we spoke about him yesterday, but it's going to be a part of a clip tomorrow that's going to come out. Obviously, tonight, there's nothing else unless anything does break from now until tonight. We'll be probably live again tomorrow. But if anyone has missed the news as well, obviously Richard Hughes is now officially the Liverpool sporting director. I almost forgot then what it was then, but yeah, he is the new sporting director for Liverpool. It's official, confirmed. It will be Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes behind the scenes, and now of course them two will be looking to go for the new manager and then think about transfers. Well, I say think about transfer, they are already thinking about transfers, but it is more or less get the new manager in and sort that out ASAP as well anyway. But again, guys, if you're watching on the repeat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're new around here, hit the share button as well. It's very much appreciated as always. Yeah, big thank you for all the support on the channel as well as always, guys. It's very much appreciated. But yeah, I will see all you guys tomorrow. Hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your evening. If you're having a good Wednesday night as well, hopefully everyone still does. But yeah, until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the COP Council. See you guys later on. Ta-ra.